to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. Two off-duty NYPD cops were apparently caught having sex inside a car at a Brooklyn precinct after the woman's hot and heavy cries from the police parking lot caused a startled resident to call 911, the Post has learned. The hanky-panky allegedly went down outside the 79th precinct in Bedford-Stuyvesant in the lot where police officers parked their personal cars around 1:30 a.m. Tuesday. The concerned caller told police he hears a woman screaming in a parking lot where Poe parked their vehicles but can't see which color vehicle it is coming from, the report states. Two other officers then came out of the precinct to investigate and found the cops, a man and a woman, who, according to sources, were partially naked and pulling on their clothing in a car in the lot on Green Avenue near Tompkins Avenue. The cops, who are also partners on the job, are said to have been having an ongoing affair, one that became well known in the precinct after the man's wife found out and created havoc at the station house last summer. She showed up to the precinct to confront the girlfriend. Shortly after, in the rear of the precinct, with bosses and cops present, the two cops got into a huge altercation because of the wife. Nothing was done. Then someone had the bright idea to have them partnered up, riding in the same sector. The two cops were only made partners over the last few months. An NYPD spokesman pointed out the 911 call did not include an allegation of sex, adding that nothing in the investigation that determined the police found anybody having sex. That did not happen. There's nothing that indicates that happened, said Chief Kevin Maloney. Sources noted, however, that the officers who responded to the scandalous call, a rookie and a cop with nearly 2 decades on the job, didn't file a report or activate their body cameras, which is department policy for that type of call. Within hours, news of the alleged precinct parking lot romp spread throughout cop circles on social media. Someone leaked it and it spread like wildfire, said a source, adding by Wednesday night, the Internal Affairs Bureau had shown up at the precinct asking questions. The two cops were interviewed but denied having sex. The responding officers were also questioned and denied interrupting a ramp as well, the source said. The woman officer allegedly involved joined the force in 2021 and the man in 2018, police records show. Neither had been placed on modified duty as of Thursday, Maloney said. Earlier this month, 2 NYPD recruits were suspended after they were caught having sex in a bathroom. So I guess you could say those tax dollars are really going to work, huh? So you mean to tell me that this dude, who is married, hopefully no kids, but guy is married, decides to get married to a woman, whatever's going on in their marriage, don't know the full story, but he, ended up getting into this entanglement at his workplace um, with a coworker. And this has been pretty known and has been getting carried on for quite some time. And then the most interesting thing is that somebody at the precinct decided that it would be a great and a mighty good idea to basically pair them up so that they can have even more time directly together. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that so sweet? Isn't that a beautiful story? Even though knowing the fact that the wife had rolled up there before and made a whole spectacle, a whole scene directly at the station. Crazy. Crazy. And I'm pretty sure that this happens way often, way more often than we actually know of. They just decided to report this one for whatever reason. And also pay attention to how they were caught. They denied it. And the people that caught them did not specifically turn on their body cams, which they're supposed to do. And they didn't really write a report. And pretty much nothing is going to be done. They're going to get a slap on the wrist. They're going to more than likely make some modifications and some changes. The chief is probably going to tell them like, yo, you ain't supposed to be doing this. I don't even know why y'all thought this was okay. If you want to do this somewhere else. Don't do it directly in the parking lot where you're going. That's more than likely what's going to be stated. That's what's going to be said. Because all in all, when you look at the bigger scope of things, okay, these two officers got caught in a parking lot versus officers doing bad things versus officers really, really making the precinct look bad, right? Versus all the news coverage that they've gotten. This is light. This is light work compared to all the other stuff that has been put out about the NYPD. So again, nothing is going to sit up there and transpire and directly happen to them at all. I know it's not. The other thing I do want to highlight is the fact that you have a lot of women that always want to talk about, oh, this is what I'm talking about. Men are always cheating, and this is always, what you want to do. Why is it that you want to get married, and this is, what you want to do, and that's not the person that you specifically want to get with. Why even get married in the first part? The funniest thing is that women always want to talk about that, but they never talk about the women that are with the men that decide to enable the cheating. In order for a man to cheat, there must be an accomplice. There must be another party that is in agreement with the situation and allowing things to go down. If women out here, and like I said, this dude is married. The precinct more than likely knows that this dude is married. Of course, she knows that he's married. And she still decided to go down this road and do all of these things. But do you think that women are really going to say anything about her? No. Everything is going to fall directly on the guy. Even though women out here will say that, oh, there's a sisterhood, there's a camaraderie, we look out for each other, we take care of each other, there's a sister code. There ain't no code. Y'all lying. Y'all lying. You lying on the exact same people that's after the guy that you're with, that have been after the boyfriends that you've been with, that are currently after and plotting on trying to find a way to get your fiance and or your husband, or dating your ex-husband, or whatever it is. Like you sitting up here saying that y'all got some type of agreements. You don't. You can barely stand the women that are within your family, let alone barely stand the women that are directly in your friendship circle that really ain't even a friendship circle. A lot of y'all friendships be toxic, just to be honest. And then on top of that, women don't want to talk about the aspect of this. If this one woman is doing this, then what does that say about her family and her circle of friends that she associates with or that associate with her? What does that then say? That means that these people condone these type of actions. Birds of a feather flock together. But like I said, women don't want to talk about the other accomplice when it deals with this aspect, and how it is that you have women that know that a man is married and they still decide to do these things. They still go out here and decide to go out on a limb, swing on a tree, and hop out on something, knowing the fact that it got a ring on it. Like I said, women don't want to talk about that. Like I said, I'm not saying that the dude ain't wrong. He is wrong. He's married. You shouldn't be sitting up there doing it. You shouldn't. Again, I don't know the full instance of their relationship. I don't know if they might have some type of marital agreement where they both step out. It's just you don't allow people to know the inside workings of, the relationship if you decide to step out, and with who you decide to step out, and what it is that you're specifically doing. Like I said, a lot of marriages have contracts within their own marriage between those two people. And that's completely fine, and then that's between y'all two and God, or whatever God y'all happen to worship. But like I said before, when it's out there in the public, it's out there in the public. So, hey, it's already enough. You got one fool, one person looking like a fool. You don't need to make yourself, meaning the wife, look like a fool by going out here and coming to the job and, making a whole complete fool of yourself. That's all I'm saying. There's a multitude of ways to handle the situation. But obviously, that's not the route that she wanted to take, because she was at the emotional aspect of where the train decided to stop. But more than likely, they're still going to uh, be married, and they're still going to be together. And this relationship at the job is still going to be going on. But hey, those tax dollars at work, guys. Tax dollars at work.